The effect of the Middle Ages on Giovanni Boccaccio's life. The Middle Ages are often called the Middle Period, which took place between the decline of the Roman Empire and merged into the Renaissance. The Middle Ages are often referred to as the Dark Ages. The Middle Ages are also referred to as the Medieval Era. Starting around the 14th century, European thinkers, writers, and artists began celebrating the art and culture of ancient Greece and Rome. During this time, people would show devotion to the church by building grand cathedrals, other structures such as monasteries. The biggest building in the medieval Europe were cathedrals, which could be found in the center of towns and cities. Romanesque style was solid and substantial. Some examples were the Porto Cathedral in Portugal, as shown right there. The Catholic Church was the most powerful institution of the medieval period. Kings and queens and other leaders diverted much of their power from their alliances with the protection of the church. Ordinary people across Europe had to give 10% of their earnings each year to the church. As a result of these policies, the church received a great deal of money and power. The Black Plague took place during the Middle Ages. The Black Plague was one of the most devastating pandemics in human history, resulting in the death of an estimated 75 to 200 million people and peaking in Europe in the years 1346 through 1353. The Italian writer Giovanni lived through the plague and it ravaged his home of Florence in 1348. The plague killed the love of his life, leaving him heartbroken. Giovanni was an Italian author, poet, correspondent of Petrarch, and an important Renaissance humanist. He wrote a number of noble works, including the Decameron and One Famous Woman. The Decameron was written by Giovanni in 1351. The Decameron contains 100 tales supposedly told in 10 days by a party of 10 young people who fled from the Black Death in Florence. Giovanni's horrible experience of the plague inspired him to write the Decameron. In his introduction to the fictional portion of his book, Giovanni gives a graphic description of the effects of the epidemic on his city.